Hi there everybody, welcome back. My name is Gillis the Kid, and this time I'm going to be reviewing the iPhone X, or the iPhone 10. Some people like to call it the 10, but I'm going to call it the X for Roman numeral. This is the Space Gray 64 gig. It does come in another capacity, which is 256, but 64 was good enough for me. So let's talk about this phone and how it operates. The first thing you're going to notice when you pick up this phone in your hand is the weight. It has a stainless steel frame with a glass front and a glass back. Now, the reason they made a glass back is because this phone now features wireless charging. One of my other favorite features is you can tap on the screen now, and then you can bring up the wallpaper. And this phone uses gestures now. There is no home button. So let's see how this phone operates. We'll go over the specs real quick. So you're going to get a 5.8 Super Retina HD display, and they measure the screen diagonal like this. So this phone is about the same size as the Galaxy S8, and it also has an HDR display, 2436 by 1125 pixel resolution. It's got True Tone display, just like the iPad Pros. It has 3D touch and some type of fingerprint resistance on the device, so you won't get your fingerprints all over it. Okay, now it features splash, water, and dust resistant. It's rated IP67, so if you drop it in water or if you drop it in a pool during the summertime, it should be good, as long as you don't leave it submerged for a long period of time. This phone should do very well underwater. It has an A11 Bionic chip. Alright, and then let's look at the camera, because the camera is one of the big differences between this phone and the iPhone 8. Alright, it has I'll show you right here on the back. Let's see if we can get it to focus. Okay. So we have a dual 12 megapixel camera. It's a wide angle lens. Both of these lenses have dual optical image stabilization. It features portrait mode. Okay. This is a sapphire crystal lens. For those of you who don't know what sapphire is, it's a really hard and durable piece of glass. You got a hybrid IR filter. It also have live photos just like the other iPhones. To unlock your device now, you can either unlock it with a PIN code or with a Face ID. Alright, it shoots video in 4K at 60 frames per second, so that's really good. I don't think there's any other phone on the market right now that shoots 4K video at 60 frames per second, so that's really good. It has optical image stabilization for video. You can zoom in up to 6 times. And it also has like noise reduction, video tagging, all that good stuff. Now on the front, there's a 7 megapixel camera that features portrait mode, 1080p HD video recording. It's got a retina flash right up here. It has a backside illumination sensor, and it also has like auto image stabilization, burst mode, exposure. Okay, so let's take a look exactly where everything is located. So like I said, it has a stainless steel frame with a glass front and a glass back. Now, they put the power button. I'll show you where the power button is. The power button is right there at the top on the left. There's the SIM card tray right there below that. On the left, they have the volume rockers with the silent button right there. People that have an iPhone throughout the years, this is a really good feature, that silence button right there. That's what it looks like. Okay, at the bottom, they have the microphone and the speakers, and then they have the lightning port right there in the middle, or lightning connector, whatever you want to call it. The phone is sealed, just like the Samsung phones, for the whole water resistance thing. And right in between the seals, where the phone is shut together, there's plastic there. So if you drop this phone, it'll give you a little bit of cushion. You're still going to need a case though. Now, let's look at the screen quality. Now, this screen was made by Samsung. So Apple pretty much bought the best of the best. Now, the way you open this phone is either with your face, or you can tap on it and you can swipe up, and there you can see you can enter a passcode. Let me do that real quick. Alright, so now we're in the phone. Okay. Now, a lot of people have been complaining about this little notch up front. It doesn't really bother me. I can swipe through apps and everything fluently, and throughout the day, when you're on your apps, you're not even going to barely notice that. There is one thing that kind of gets on my nerve, and I'll show that to you in a minute. But first, let's look at how this thing works. So it comes out of the box with iOS 11, and if you swipe down from the right, that's going to give you your control center. It looks like something from Windows 10, but it's pretty clean, and it shows you everything. You can switch it around. Say for instance, if you want your alarm here or something like that, you can switch it. If you want to see the battery percentage, you're going to have to swipe down and see that. And if you have an alarm set, it'll also show that right there at the top. There you see it's on T-Mobile's network. I have my Wi-Fi on too. And you can just swipe back up. If you swipe from the left, this is going to show you all your notifications. So you can scroll up, shows you all your notifications, and then you just swipe back up from the bottom. Okay, now the rest of the phone works just like the other iPhones do. So over here, you've got all your widgets. Now to me, this is really bothersome coming from Android, but like I said, if you've had an iPhone for years and years, you'll get used to this. But this is where all your widgets are. With iOS, you can't put your widgets on your home screen like you do with Android. So this is something you will have to get used to if you get an iPhone. And you can also, there's a search bar at the top where you can search your device for stuff. So we'll swipe over some more. This is basically your home screen and where all your apps will be. Now for iPhones, if you see a lot of people with iPhones, you'll notice that they'll have different wallpapers, but for the most, their screens are the same. You know, they have their apps here with the 4 at the bottom. Now, if you look at someone that has an Android phone, you're going to notice they have big widgets, little widgets. It's all customizable. So if you get an iPhone, just know that you're customizable, or I'm sorry, the way you customize your phone is kind of limited. Okay, so let's open some apps. Let's see how this thing will open. Our calendar, and then you can swipe up to close it. We're going to open. Let's open BBM real quick. We'll swipe up. We'll open up Pandora and swipe up. And then we'll open up the calendar. I'm sorry, the calculator. All right. Let's see if we can get something else open. Let's get let's open up PlayStation, and then we can swipe up. And then we have our text messages. We can swipe up. So I just opened up a couple of apps. So now if you want to see the apps that's open, okay, all you have to do is swipe up and hold. It takes a little practice. Sometimes I get it. Sometimes it takes me a little a while. But if you just swipe up and hold, now there you have it. That's basically all the apps that's open. Okay, and you can swipe and look through them like that. And you can also, just swipe down. Okay, so now you're in one app. But if you notice at the bottom right here, there's a little black line, and you can basically swipe through your apps like that. So it's pretty easy. It's not too hard, and then you can just swipe up and then get all your cards back again. Now, the one thing that gets on my nerve a little bit is about certain apps not being optimized to this screen. So let's look at this real quick. All right. Now, Pandora is a pretty popular app. Okay. So let's go into Pandora. Now, what's the first thing you notice? You notice these black lines on the top and the bottom. And they're there because the developer haven't optimized the app to fit the screen. Now, let's look at, let's swipe and look at the calendar. Now, look at this calendar. It fills the entire screen, okay? You can see the time right here. You can see your network bar, your Wi-Fi, and your battery. So the Apple Calendar is optimized for this device. Okay, let's go to another one. Okay, messages. You can see it on the entire screen. All right, let's go to. So let's check out the calendar. So the calendar, that fits the entire screen. So let's look at BBM real quick. Now check this out. Black lines on the top, black lines on the bottom. Now this screen right here, this space is a 4.7-inch display. So that's like having an iPhone 7, like, or as a matter of fact, it's like having like an iPhone Plus. Because, I mean, look how much screen you're getting out of this. The app is just not optimized yet. I'm pretty sure they'll fix that in the future, but that's just something that gets on my nerves. I believe it's the same with PlayStation app too. Let's look at that. Yeah, so there you have it. Like, the PlayStation app is pretty much the same way. And that's basically how you do it. So you just swipe up and hold. Like I said, sometimes it takes a little practice. You got to put a little pressure into it. But once you start doing it, you'll get the hang of it more better. Now, to close your apps, all you have to do is hold on one, and now you can see those little red dots right there. I'll bring it a little closer. You can either tap on it and close it, or you can just swipe it up like that. Now, the funny thing is there's no way to close out all the apps like you do on Android. Maybe that might be in a later update, but right now you got to swipe it up one by one. All right, and that's pretty much it. You know, it's all about gestures. The BlackBerry 10 operating system had something similar like that. But, you know, Apple, they're going to get credit for it because, you know, they put it in their own little way. It is smooth, though. So if you get an iPhone, you're getting an iPhone for the silky smoothness of iOS. Okay? Now, there is one more thing I wanted to show you. Oh, the speakers. The speakers are absolutely fantastic. Let me show you that real quick. We'll go into Pandora. Now I can cover this and you can hear it from the top. Or I can cover this and you can hear it from the bottom. Absolutely fantastic. Oh my God. Those dual speakers on the top and the bottom are absolutely amazing. So Apple, they did a really good job with that. Can't get enough of those speakers. If you're into watching movies on your device, oh my God, they're amazing. That's all I can say about that. Now the only thing I don't like about this phone is the battery life. So if you watch a lot of movies, if you stream a lot of music like I do, sometimes the battery will get you throughout the day. Sometimes it won't. I just wish they had a bigger battery. And for the price that you pay for this phone, you would think that they would include like a wireless fast charger. And yes, it does support that. But Apple gives you the regular lightning cable. You can go online though, or to the Apple store. I do believe they sell like a fast charging lightning cable, I believe it's called. But I definitely would get one because charging this battery from 15%, it takes a while. So you might want to invest in that, either a wireless charging pad or one of those quick charging lightning cables. Other than that, I mean, call quality is pretty good. I've never really heard anyone complain about iPhone call quality throughout the years, so you're going to get nice, crisp, loud calls. And I just showed you what the speakers sound like, so they did a really good job on that. I can show you the camera real quick. The camera is really good too. So, you know, that's the camera. I mean, it takes really, really good pictures. Let's see here. Absolutely fantastic pictures. And like I said, this also shoots in 4K video at 60 frames per second. So you probably won't even find another phone on the market right now that shoots in that frame rate. I'm not sure. Maybe the Note 8 might, but I gotta check that out. And this is portrait. This is portrait mode. This is like exclusive to the iPhone X. I didn't even set it up yet. Create a portrait with a sharp subject against a beautifully blurred background. So that's something I'm definitely gonna try. I've seen other videos and pictures of people messing around with this. So yeah, Apple takes really good pictures and videos. And as always, you know, they give you like the 5 gigs of iCloud storage. If you want to buy more, you can get like an updated iCloud plan. Oh, and I want to show you, I actually have a screen protector on here. I don't know if you noticed or not, but let me bring it a little closer. This screen protector is absolutely amazing. It covers the entire screen except for this part right here with the speaker. So if you get a screen protector, they do have some that covers the notch, and they have some that don't. But I'll show you the name of this real quick. I think they call it, they pronounce it Sonic's Seamless Glass. It's edge to edge. Definitely want to pick one of these up. Really good. And as you can see, it doesn't even look like I have a screen protector on here. I do have 2 cases too I want to show you. It's by Under Armour. Now the first one is called The Verge. I'll show you what that looks like. It's I guess it's supposed to be like a clear black type case, but it's really nice. It's got the like the bumpers right here, so if you drop it and hit it on the corner, they also have the Under Armour logo right there. Really nice case, and it's clear, so if you want to see like the back of the phone, like with the Apple logo, the Apple logo is actually under the glass, so it won't wear off or anything. Alright, let me show you the other one. So this one is a more durable type case. Oh, and it's called the Arsenal. And one of the features is, you know, it can hold earbuds, keys, and like credit cards and stuff like that. I'll show you what it looks like. There you have it right there, Under Armour. I wouldn't put my credit card in there, but I mean, if you had a card and you wanted to like slide it in there, you could. Some people will like put their keys on there, and that's what the inside looks like. It's pretty durable. It's like one of those rugged type cases. So if you get an iPhone X, check out Under Armour. They make really good cases. Do not listen to Apple when they say this is the toughest glass ever on a phone, because it will shatter. So make sure you get a case. They also have this. If you go on like underarmour.com, you can register and get one of these. Like, it's like a mount that you can snap the phone in and hold. Definitely check that out. So I mean, that's all I've got. This is a really great phone. Like I said, it runs super smooth. If you ever get an iPhone, you're buying an iPhone for iOS. And Oh, let me show you something else. So remember when I was showing you the apps? You can also let's get rid of this. So you can open up a lot of apps at once, and you know, you can switch through them on the bottom. But one of my greatest features about this phone is now this is how basically you can take a screenshot. So like that. Basically you hold well, you don't hold it, but you press the power button and the top volume rocker at the same time, and you can take a screenshot. And then if you want to cut the phone off, you hold the power button and the volume down. And then there you have it. You got your emergency SOS, and you can also power off the device like that too. And if you want Siri, you can like double tap. I'm sorry. You can double tap the home button, and then you can get Siri too. Definitely loving this wallpaper. Really, really good screen quality. Like I said, if you're a power user, definitely get that either get that wireless charger or that fast charging pad. But there you have it. That's the iPhone X. I believe Apple is pretty much done with the home button. This is the route that they've taken, but I love it. You can get this phone for $1,000. The 256 gig is, I believe it's about $1,200 with the tax and everything. No phone is really worth $1,000, but I mean, you know, it's Apple. They're going to charge you that. Is it worth it? It's worth it if you catch that promotion. T-Mobile was giving out a promotion where, like, if you traded in your iPhone, you had to own your iPhone, and you trade it in, they give you $300 off. I mean, that's a pretty good promotion. But for $1,000, there's a lot of other phones out there that does exactly what this phone does for maybe $500. There's even other cheaper iPhones out there that still gets this same update that does the exact same thing this phone does. But the one thing you have to realize is that this is a luxury device. There were companies in the past like BlackBerry that bought out luxury devices. They didn't really do much from the other devices. They were just really, really expensive, especially like the Porsche design Blackberries that used to come out. You were only really paying for the name. You know, they had the same amount of storage, same processor as the other phones. And it looks like Apple is going down that route. This is a luxury device. It's not for everybody, but they definitely changed the game with the whole face unlock thing. I'm pretty sure Samsung will follow through next year. But I'm going to have some more videos coming up soon. Maybe take some more pictures and videos with this thing. But if you have $1,000 to spend and you want to try something different, this is the device to get. So I'm gonna leave the video here. I want to thank you guys for watching. I love you, and I'll catch you in the next one.